Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Now let's get into the video. As Ozark's Marty Bird, Jason Bateman, once said, people make choices. Choices have consequences. And on Friday, 5 years and 4 seasons after he and his wife Wendy Bird, Laura Linney, moved to Missouri to launder money for a drug cartel, their journey came to a tragic conclusion in Ozark's finale episode, A Hard Way to Go. Here's Ozark's controversial ending explained. But before we begin, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Final moments of Ruth. Mundy claims that neither he nor the Ozark writers went into the last season believing Ruth would die. However, keeping her alive began to seem like something the authors desired rather than what would have occurred. We felt that there were no ramifications from anything, he added, and if you think about it, honestly, none of those individuals are standing. It was too tidy to have everyone have a broken but happy conclusion. It felt like a fairy tale finale to something we were trying to avoid. Mundy, on the other hand, was concerned that the death of such a popular figure be self-propelled. Ruth's death is therefore a direct outcome of her choice to murder Javi in order to revenge Wyatt's death. "Chris, am I dying?" asks Ruth in her final moments. "Who told you?" he said. The story twist is all the more unexpected, given how everything seemed to be going so well for Ruth in the previous episodes. She even has her criminal record wiped. Not to sound extremely sad, but she already died when Wyatt died, Garner replies when I bring this out. Even if good things were occurring to her in the final episodes, it wasn't enough to fill that hole. She wouldn't give a damn if she was struck by an automobile. She wouldn't give a damn if a pistol was leveled at her. That acceptance is quite dark, but it is exactly what it is. Wendy and Marty are still together. Mundy has maintained from the beginning of Ozarks that the program is about family. Wendy started making choices that seemed more risky for her family as the Birds plummeted further into criminal darkness in seasons 3 and 4. Marty seemed to be on the verge of abandoning Wendy or becoming collateral damage in her mission. But according to Mundy, the couple was just exploring the limits of their marriage. "I believe they love one another," Mundy adds, "but they're also the only two people who have lived through this. How can they have a normal connection with anybody or under any circumstance?" By the end, Mundy wanted the couple's cohesiveness to seem to be a result that each partner desired. In Season 4's Episode 9, Wendy literally puts down the gauntlet and says, "If you love me, you'll keep going." And Marty makes the choice to stay with Wendy. Mundy adds, "I wanted people to make their own decisions about where they wanted to be, and make it seem natural, particularly amongst all the turmoil." Mundy says of finding out how to build an organic marriage rekindling after the characters differed so far. His answers were to resurrect Wendy's father, Richard Thomas, for an emotional confrontation, and to scare Wendy with the one thing that might destroy her, the risk of her children, Charlotte, Sophia Hublitz, and Jonah, Skylar Gartner, abandoning her. In fact, mental health individuals have read into Martin and Wendy Bird's character because of how close to real life they've been created to be. Mel's final showdown with the Birds. Following Ruth's murder, the episode concludes with a coda scene in which the Bird family comes home to discover Mel, Adam Rothenberg, the private detective investigating Ben's death. Mel, who's clutching the cookie jar with Ben's ashes, says that he has learned something that the rest of the world knows not. Wendy sacrificed her brother as the ultimate sacrificial lamb in her drive for dominance. In their backyard, Mel informs Wendy and Marty, "Do you understand? You don't have a chance to win. You don't get to be the Kochs, the Kennedys, or whatever royalty you imagine yourself to be. That's not how the world works." Jonah comes with a shotgun at that point, a reference to the Season 1 finale, when Jonah draws a pistol on Garcia, Joseph Melendez, only to discover it's empty. Harris Yulin's buddy came to the rescue. The gun, however, is loaded this time. The screen goes dark and a gunshot is heard, indicating that the Birds had somehow escaped Ozark's lethal obstacle course. After an estrangement sparked by Ben's death, Mundy picked Jonah to take the last shot, since he was the last Bird to come around to the family's crime. According to Mundy, Jonah's murder of Mel represents the family being brought back together by this act of violence. The future for the Birds. Both Bateman and Mundy have considered what the family would do now that they have enough political clout. "I would bet you that they'll go up to Chicago and test Wendy's premise, which is, have we earned enough political capital to put some measures in place that will assist folks?" says Bateman. "It took a long time to get that money, but will the outcome justify the means? While I believe they are wiser today than when we first met them, I believe their arrogance and hubris will continue to trip them up. I believe that humility would lead them to make better judgments, but I don't believe they have reached that point yet." Mundy phrased it even better. He predicted, "I guess they've gone on. They got what they thought they wanted, but to be honest, I believe they're carrying a curse. That brings us to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. If you enjoyed the content, then do leave a like. So until next time, take care and goodbye.